Imagine waking up one morning to find the cost of your favorite gadgets, vehicles, or even food has skyrocketed overnight. The reason? A heated trade war between global superpowers. But what if I told you that North America's latest trade tensions could shake the economy harder than ever before? Buckle up because this is a story of power struggles, tariffs, and industries caught in the crossfire. Trade relationships have always been complex, but the latest developments in North America are sending shockwaves through businesses and consumers alike. With new tariffs being imposed and retaliatory measures stacking up, industries from manufacturing to agriculture are facing unprecedented challenges. The economic ties between the United States, Canada, and Mexico, built over decades, are now being tested like never before. To understand what's happening today, we need to take a step back and look at the history of trade conflicts. Trade wars are not new. From the Great Depression era Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act to the U.S.-China trade war of the past decade, protectionist policies have repeatedly reshaped global economies. Each time, governments believe they are protecting domestic industries, but history shows that the ripple effects often lead to unforeseen consequences. At the heart of this latest conflict are the United States, Canada, and Mexico, three economic giants deeply intertwined through trade agreements like the USMCA. Recent tariff hikes on steel, aluminum, and other essential goods have led to a domino effect, triggering countermeasures that threaten jobs and raise prices for everyday consumers. For manufacturers, the cost of raw materials is rising, squeezing profit margins and forcing them to make difficult decisions, absorb the costs, or pass them on to consumers. And for small businesses, these cost increases could mean the difference between survival and closure. Industries that rely on international trade, such as auto manufacturing, technology, and farming, are feeling the pressure. The auto industry, which depends on a steady flow of parts and raw materials across borders, is experiencing supply chain disruptions. Automakers are facing higher production costs, and in response, vehicle prices are climbing. Farmers, too, are caught in the middle. With export restrictions and new tariffs on agricultural products, many are struggling to sell their goods abroad, leading to surplus stock and financial losses. While some domestic industries might benefit from protectionist policies, the bigger picture is far from rosy. Farmers facing export restrictions, tech companies dealing with supply shortages, and retailers adjusting to rising import costs all contribute to an uncertain economic landscape. Major corporations are rethinking supply chains, seeking alternatives to minimize their dependence on trade routes that are now fraught with instability. For tech companies, whose components are often sourced from multiple countries, the logistical nightmare of navigating new trade restrictions is a significant challenge. And then there are the consumers, the ones who ultimately bear the brunt of these trade battles. From higher grocery bills to increased car prices, the effects ripple through every aspect of daily life. Everyday goods, from electronics to household appliances, are becoming more expensive. Inflation rises, wages struggle to keep up, and the average person feels the financial squeeze. It's not just about numbers on a stock market ticker. It's about real people making tough choices at the checkout line. But this trade war isn't just about economics. It's about power. Trade has always been a tool of diplomacy and influence, and as North America's trade tensions escalate, the geopolitical stakes rise. Other global players, including the European Union and China, are watching closely, ready to adjust their own trade policies in response. The alliances and economic strategies forged in the coming years could shape global markets for decades to come. So, what's next? Will these tensions ease through diplomatic negotiations, or are we heading toward a prolonged trade war that could redefine North America's economic future? One thing is certain: what happens next will shape the global market for years to come. Governments, businesses, and individuals alike must prepare for the shifting landscape, where resilience and adaptability will be key to navigating the uncertainties ahead. As we continue to monitor this unfolding situation, stay tuned for more in depth analysis and insights. The world of trade is complex, but understanding its impact is crucial. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the biggest economic stories shaping our world.